Kalyani and Paramount built Simha armored vehicle for global market. Kalyani Strategic Systems Limited, the defense subsidiary of Indian industrial giant Bharat Forge, and Paramount, the South African-founded global aerospace and defense group, chose the opening of Eurosatory 2026 in Paris on June 16 to jointly unveil the Simha 4x4, a next-generation modular multipurpose vehicle developed by Kalyani Strategic Systems Limited and Paramount, aimed at global defense markets and partner nations seeking locally industrialized, protected mobility platforms. The partnership between a South African defense technology group with extensive experience in African and developing world military markets and an Indian company backed by one of India's largest industrial conglomerates represents a combination of manufacturing scale, design expertise, and market access that neither company could replicate independently. The Simha 4x4, whose name derives from the Sanskrit word for lion and carries strong resonance in Indian military and cultural symbolism, sits in the light armored multipurpose vehicle category, a class of protected mobility platform that occupies the critical space between unprotected utility vehicles and heavier infantry fighting vehicles. Modern armed forces have increasingly recognized that this category, which includes vehicles such as the American Joint Light Tactical Vehicle and Australia's Hawkeye produced by Thales Australia, represents one of the most operationally versatile and cost-effective investments available because a single platform adaptable to reconnaissance, troop transport, command and control, medical evacuation, and special operations support reduces the number of distinct vehicle types a military must procure, train on, and maintain, simplifying logistics and reducing total fleet costs considerably. The Simha 4x4's modular architecture is the core design principle from which its other capabilities flow, because a vehicle built around a reconfigurable mission payload interface can be adapted to new roles, fitted with emerging technologies, and upgraded to meet evolving threats without requiring a complete platform replacement, which addresses one of the most persistent and expensive problems in defense procurement: the tendency of specialized platforms to become obsolete faster than their procurement cycles allow governments to replace them. Eric Ichikowitz, Senior Vice President of Paramount, said the Simha 4x4 demonstrates what trusted defense companies can achieve by combining expertise, industrial capabilities, and long-term strategic vision, adding that the vehicle combines protection, mobility, modularity, and affordability in a platform that can evolve alongside changing operational needs. Amit Kalyani, Vice Chairman and Joint Managing Director of Bharat Forge, the parent company of Kalyani Strategic Systems Limited, placed the Simha's debut in the context of India's broader ambition to establish itself as a credible peer of the world's established defense industrial nations rather than merely a customer for their products. Simha 4x4 reflects the depth of engineering and defense expertise we bring to the global stage, Kalyani said. Europeanized by design and built around NATO-qualified aggregates, it is engineered for rapid industrialization in partner nations across the world. This versatile platform is a statement of intent that India's defense industry can stand alongside the world's best, delivering uncompromising protection and tactical mobility to armed forces wherever they operate and empowering nations to build that capability on their own soil. The companies present the Simha 4x4 as a modular platform engineered for rapid industrialization in partner nations, a design priority that is not an afterthought, but a central commercial and strategic proposition built into the platform from its inception, reflecting the reality that many of the most important defense markets for a vehicle at this price and capability level are precisely the markets where governments prioritize sovereign manufacturing, local employment, and reduce dependence on foreign supply chains as requirements nearly as important as the vehicle's operational performance. Paramount has extensive experience in this model, having established local assembly and manufacturing partnerships in multiple African countries for its existing vehicle families, and Bharat Forge's industrial capabilities in India provide the manufacturing backbone for a vehicle that can be presented to partner governments as genuinely localizable rather than merely importable. The Simha's suitability for urban warfare, reconnaissance, internal security, border protection, special operations, command and control, and troop transport missions within a single adaptable platform addresses the specific procurement challenge facing a growing number of militaries that operate with constrained budgets, limited maintenance infrastructure, and diverse mission requirements that shift faster than traditional procurement cycles allow for platform replacement. A single vehicle type that can be reconfigured for most of those missions through changes to its payload and mission systems, rather than through the acquisition of multiple specialized platforms, represents a substantial reduction in total cost of ownership over a fleet's operational life, and that economic argument is as compelling to a Ministry of Defense operating with limited resources as the vehicle's tactical performance specifications. The market the Simha 4x4 targets is one of the most consequential in global defense procurement over the next decade as militaries across Africa, South Asia, and other developing regions expand and modernize, and as India's own defense procurement continues to shift toward domestically developed and manufactured platforms under the country's Make in India defense industrialization policy. Presenting a jointly developed Indian-South African vehicle at Eurosatory, the world's most prominent ground forces defense exhibition, with both companies' senior leadership present and with the vehicle positioned as ready for rapid local industrialization across partner nations, is a deliberate signal that this partnership intends to compete not just in markets that established Western defense companies have overlooked, but in any market where governments want a capable, adaptable, and affordable protected mobility platform backed by a credible industrial partnership.